Mr. Dope? They said you were going to the moon. How are you gonna do that? We've never seen anybody do that before. Not from the north.
Digging my way up out this hole right to the front row. In the morning, bending golden fires like Uncle Iroh. Draw my hieroglyphics, get in my place right from the Bible. Say send love to all of your haters and next all of your rivals.
All right. So, what you just heard was Pop Out. I hope y'all enjoyed that. So, I definitely want to get into, is. So, I'm just want to read a short bio. So, being a wordsmith, poet, and storyteller, hailing from Memphis, Tennessee, North Memphis to be exact, pronounced dope, spelled DXPE, bends his words into sound to create stories and ambiances that are both empathetic and cinematic. His narratives span everything from deep conversations with God to defending his mortality while surviving in the city in the world he calls home. So I definitely want to get into the project, which is SPRING'S SOLILOQUY, which is also the final chapter of his long-running Seasons Past saga, which he has been crafting since 2021. The project ties together poetic reflections, spiritual themes, and personal storytelling in a cinematic body of work. Alongside the music, Dope also released a short film to visually represent the emotional and mental journey on the album. So you just dropped Spring Soliloquy, which that dropped on June 30th. So, and it also closed out a saga of music that you've been dropping since 2021. So, what makes spring the right season to end this journey?
I think it made the right season simply because when I started it, I started in the summer season. So that was back in, like I said, 2021. So I just knew, I didn't know what it was gonna look like. I didn't know what it was gonna sound like, but I said all the way since back then, like, okay, I'm starting with the summer. I know the fall gonna be next. I know the winter gonna be after that. So the spring has to be the best one if I had to compare it to something kind of like Kanye's graduation tape, since it ended his whole college trilogy. This is ending my whole little season saga with a play on the real nature seasons, but also like seasons of my life. So that's good.
I love it. So, was there a moment during the making of this project that felt like everything clicked, or maybe almost didn't? Because I know sometimes being creative, we kind of get into our heads a lot. We kind of get into our heads about how people will digest our music. So I just want to know if you could dive into maybe there was a moment in that journey that kind of felt like maybe it wasn't right, or maybe just clicked and you was like, I'm ready to really release this project.
I'd say just going head first into it fully independently. And of course I'm an independent artist, but I really did this project from the ground up as far as not using, no offense to YouTube beats, because we all love YouTube beats, but each beat you heard on the project was handcrafted by my own regular vein and Hutch, who are both great artists and engineers and producers in their own right. Yeah, so it's like, it would have been in the past where it has taken me probably 3 to 4 months to write a project just because I could go look up the beats on YouTube, versus this one, it took 8, 9 months to write, simply because we picking all the sounds, we taking our time with it, we going back and fixing stuff, and if it don't sound right, just really watering it like it's a plant for real, and just taking our time.
So, the word. So, I'm sorry. The word is powerful, so I want to know also why that title and what's the inner monologue you're letting us in.
I chose
Soliloquy.
I chose Soliloquy because I knew I wanted the title to have the word spring in it somewhere. And I don't know. Do you listen to Ozioma Rashad?
I do. I just started listening to him.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
Nah, you gotta tap
So I'm just in the actual beginning phase of kind of like
you gotta tap in here for real. But he got a project called The Sun's Tirade. And I was like, dang, tirade is a cool word, but I can't use it because I'm gonna be biting up Ozioma Rashad. So I'm like, alright, what's a word that basically encapsulate Because basically a tirade is somebody, you know, screaming out to an audience of people. So I was like, what's the synonym of that? Because that's basically what I'm doing on this tape. Like, I'm really telling people to my fullest capability of like whatever the story is or whatever world I want to craft. So just really being the words, we were searching through words, seeing which definition fits the best, and then I found soliloquy. And I was like, that's kind of long, I ain't gonna lie. I was kind of hesitant on it, but then when I went through all the other words, I was like, nah, it really fit the best. So that's how we ended up with this phrase.
I love that. Thanks so much for that explanation. So you really brought it to life visually through a short film. I was blessed enough to see the short film. Amazing how you kind of made everything feel like you were in the moment, like people are in the moment with you watching that short film, and I really love that. So what inspired you to take the creative leap to do a short film?
I would say
and conceptualize everything.
My favorite artist who actually inspired me to start doing music, WYXR Boogie. When he dropped the project Everything for Sale, he dropped a short film. So I just wanted to test my boundaries and be like, oh, okay, I got a background in film. I changed my major in school for it and graduated with it. Yeah, so like I direct all my music videos and write the concepts and the treatments for everything. So I wanted to really test it.
Easy, especially when it comes to the visual aspect of things that really can bring out the story behind the music, which I felt like that was perfectly executed, looking at everything. And I really, really loved how even smacking all this. I really love how you even touched on a very special moment as far as the passing of your dad. I definitely relate to that. My aunt passed away also.
I'm sorry.
So yeah, I'm also sorry. What made you want to open up and kind of take people into that very like particular section? That's very sentimental to bring people into.
In a sense, it's like still just playing on the spring aspect. You know, things start back growing in the spring, but before you get there, you gotta get through the coldness of the winter in a sense. So it was kind of like me traversing that coldness because I addressed it on Gone for the Winter.
We are back and we're still chilling with Dope all the way from North Memphis.
What's that?
What is going on?
Hey, not too much. Taking it over.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on a Tuesday night.
Man, appreciate you having me.
Because normally the actual club was on Tuesday.
On Tuesday, that's what we're ready, right?
I'm just kidding, girl. I'm just anyway. But I definitely want to talk about the fact that you're from North Memphis.
Yeah.
You right there strong. It's in your music, you know. So how has your environment shaped the pen and your perspectives?
I'd say it shaped it in a multitude of ways. My mother, she stayed in North Haven when I was growing up, and my dad, he stayed in Fragrance.
During his process that you were creating this project?
This project, I'd say, I mean, of course, the Westside Boogies and J. Cole's, the Kendricks, but I also say, like, for the R&B singing portion, because it's the most singing I've ever done on the project for real. I was studying people like Frank Ocean and who else?
Love Frank Ocean.
Love Frank Ocean for real. Like, I wish I started listening to him when everybody started listening to him. I got hip to him for real like last year. Like I knew Thinking About You when I was a kid, but that was it. Like I ain't really just dive into Blonde and Channel Orange.
Okay,
like,
so I gotta get on my Isaiah shot. You gotta get on your Frank Ocean.
Nah, that's the thing. I done got on my Frank Ocean. That's why I was like, oh, okay. I can for sure study him and really.
Was it a certain project by him that you really studied? It really kind of helped bring that musical element.
I'll say, I ain't gonna say a certain project, but I'll for sure say certain songs like Sierra Leone and of course Thinking About You.
Okay.
Things like forgive me, I'm not brain parts,
No,
but it's like it's a bunch of songs that I was just really listening to, and not just him, like other singers like Tizo Touchdown or Destin Conrad and
I love it.
Yeah,
Taste.
so I was really studying other people and stuff like that.
That's dope. Oh my gosh. See, I'm over here just y'all for real. I'm a fan of all the artists, so that's really cool. You kind of took your time. And kind of, because those are very like musically inclined. And obviously you are. I know you play multiple instruments. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm over here just having a moment. So everything about what you do feels like that it's a visual experience, like with the short film. I just really want to touch on that some more. So when you were creating the short film and you were making people that you wanted to work with and stuff like that, how did that come about? Was it intentional, or like, you know, how did that process of picking and making sure that each person made sense in the film?
I'll say for the little portion before, like, the woman that you see me walking with through the park, that's shout out my homegirl, Bella Bonet. She's a model, and, you know, throughout the city, so she really called it that. But she was also the love interest in the Venus and Mars video, so that's why I included her, so it could make sense. As far as the scene with J Music and Ricky, that's just us on the daily. So I was like, why not have my owners in there and make it really feel like that? Because those are our liberal conversations, just about stupid stuff. So the person who played my father, that's actually my therapist. So it's like, yeah, so.
Shout to that man, and just people in general that are really taking everything seriously.
No, fact.
You need a therapist, pretty much every person.
You know,
there's a trauma rooted there, so shout out to you for that.
exactly. And as far as the spiritual guide woman towards the beginning, when you see me kind of fall into that realm and I have the space to that's the homegirl Yaya. She a real cold fitness trainer, you know, but she also a poet. So she, I don't know, it's just, you know, certain people and can hit certain people for certain roles, and it just makes sense. And shout out my other homegirl, Sharita Nicole, at the beginning you saw braiding my hair. Like, I don't know, it's just something about having, like, shout out to the homies, but like black women also make a big film too. Just like with the ambiance and aesthetic and everything. Yeah. Go on, man.
Okay. So I do love that you're not like afraid to tap in conversations like about God and spirituality. So how do you balance that strength and that transparency without feeling like you like too conscious? Like you can still like have those moments where you got those, obviously you still have those turn-ups on.
Yeah.
But how do you feel like, you know, that balance works together?
I feel like it's just me for real. Like, I still have a great relationship with God. Like I said, I grew up in church, you know, subscribe to Jesus Christ, I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
And I always say when I started doing music, I wasn't gonna be out here flourishing like, oh, I'm out here doing X, Y, and Z, knowing that I'm not out here doing X, Y, and Z, so I just wanted to tell my real truth in a sense. So yeah, it wasn't just gonna be like, I guess you could say cap rap or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I can still have my turn up
song.
Yeah, it's like, it's real life music in a sense. Yeah. Like, not even no trying to be super, super serious all the time. Cause I say this the first project I really just add turn up songs for real, like songs that could possibly be played in the club, but
the songs bumpy. I was just telling him when he came in. I played it at least 4 or 5 times to the base. I'm not kidding. But yeah, I love how you make sure that just know that you have love for God. Yeah. Still have fun, but you still, you know, are into your word and your spirituality.
Yeah, just being real intuitive and intentional with it. Cause I mean, he the one that blessed me with the ability to do all
this. Yes.
So I got at least, I ain't making like straight up gospel music, but I'm still letting the listener know, like,
big ups to him.
Come on, now, like, who I subscribe to.
That's dope. Yeah. That's dope. So let me talk about Stoneheart.
The gang, the family, they can go on there.
We have Chelsea the Mac. Mm-hmm. We have Swish. Mm-hmm. We have Ricky. We have Jay. Mm-hmm. And I just found out that there's another member. Not Tim. Shout out to Tim Walker. But I just found out that there's another member.
Yeah. John Martin.
John Martin. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that I pronounced that right.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. How does that shape, like, I know like all of y'all have different stitches that y'all kind of do in your music. Y'all have your own things, like y'all are separate from, you know, the group of stuff that kind of like, does that ever kind of affect like how you approach your music or anything? Or?
And more so just make us go harder, because like you're saying, your homie sitting next to you.
Like every single last one of y'all.
Yeah, like it's like the homie putting out a hard project is gonna inspire me to put out or everybody else to put out something hard. And we don't never just let each other like slack when it comes to work for you.
Yeah.
Like we hold each other accountable. It's not a label in a sense, but we treat each other like, let's say we was TDE or we Dreamville or something like that. Like you still want to be the best in the room, kind of, even amongst your peers. So it's kind of like that sense, but also we family in a sense too. So it's not just music. Like, we kick it for real. These like friends, these my real siblings in a sense.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I just want to know.
What you want to know?
Do you think? Correct me if I'm wrong. Would y'all ever do like a collab to like I don't know?
We dropped the tape. We dropped the Christmas tape. This past Christmas.
Are you serious?
I'm so serious. It's called The Gift.
And see, I've been in my own little world because, child, I just graduated school, so I've been on
It goes to you. Congratulations.
Thank you. And I've been able to really like digest projects, so I'm trying to I've fully went through ground. So I'm going back to everybody's age drop. So that's literally amazing.
Appreciate it.
That's literally amazing. Shout out to Stone Heart. I definitely want to keep getting some more music. So what's up? We doing like one day?
Man, we can do one more.
I know we ain't got that long. Hope I ain't using these gifts wrong. I'm wondering.